Hey everybody, welcome back down to the dry dock. And I'm your host, Brian. This is the seventh episode of the USS Missouri Circa 1991 by Tamiya. This episode covers the O2 and O3 levels. You can't quite complete them totally because there's parts on there that you need to glue on after you glue them on the ship itself. But we're going to cover the styrene removal, the painting up, the wooden decks, and the photo etch that can be put on without fear of getting knocked off. So instead of sitting here and wasting your time, let's turn this thing around and show you what we got. All right, I apologize for the furnace, but here we go. This is what we're working on. This is the O2 level. This is the O3 level. All this pink shaded area, that needs to be removed. Things of note. This area here is where there's windows here. This needs to be taken out and removed. You can see there's a little door in there. Funny thing is, you would think they'd talk about what these white discs are here. That's in a whole nother section, which I'll take you to in a minute. These get removed. This gets removed because there's stairs that go in there. These get put on. As you can see, there's stairs that go on here that will go down in those holes. That's why you remove those and put these photo etch pieces in. Here's the windows I was talking about. There's a door there. Here's all the photo etch pieces that go on here. Railings aren't going to go on, obviously. Ladders probably aren't going to go on. I'll probably put this on. Here's those boxes that need to get removed. There's those white discs again. Here's that 2-level photo etch where they have you remove that backside. A guy could have left that in there and just drilled out the portholes instead, but I did remove it. I'll probably put this on when I do the bridge. Here is where that white disc is. You would think this information here, what these are, this laser cut disc, would have been with the rest of it where it shows it on the deck, but nope. And these parts are actually 612 and 646, but they call them CBB and CBA. They're not marked like that on the photo etch. Not sure why, but alright. And of course your wooden deck pieces. So we shall get started on that and we'll come back. Alright. Okay, here's the O2 level. I've removed the nub there for the 5-inch guns. Drilled them out so the 5-inch gun's sitting here all nice and neat like. You saw where I had to take this off. There's bulkhead that comes across here, and the only reason they have you take this out is so that when you put the photo etch bulkhead on here, there's the portholes you can look through, so it's dark back there. I suppose a guy could have just blackened it off and not taken them off. It would have had the same effect, but whatever. So a little more realistic. Now, there's those boxes that need to be photo etch boxes. So we got to take these off, put the disc in there. Probably got to paint all this up, put the wooden deck on first, and then glue that down. And then put the photo etch pieces back on. But that's that area there. That's it for this one. Now, the O3 level. Here's where I was talking about those windows. go. So I had to cut those out, and the windows go on here, and then the bridge sits on top of that. So that hole will be covered up. But when you look at it from the side, you'll be able to see through, which is kind of cool. Then we have to remove these, and I've already removed this piece back here where I showed the you put the photo etch piece and the ladder goes down through there on both sides. So I remove that. Now before I remove these, I'm going to make these parts up just in case something goes wrong. And we'll be right back. Okay, there they are. And you can see they're much more detailed than those. So everything went well, so now we can remove those and press on. So we'll get that done, and then we'll come back. All right, we have all our PE on the 03 level and the 02 level. So we got our windows, and for there, the bridge sits above this, which I'll stack both of these up and give you a looky-loo with them together. Those aren't glued in. Wooden deck goes here with ladders going down. Yeah, this is ready to go. So that's the 03. This is the 02, which, yeah, you already kind of know there's not much to this. So then there's two pieces that go here, but the photo etch comes across and goes up to the 03 level, so I'm leaving that off, and I'll show you what I'm talking about and when I stack all this together. All right, let's do that next. Okie doke. So these guys here are not going to be glued on. It's one on both sides. We will prime and paint and put all the wooden deck on the 03 level and the 02 level. Glue them together, and then we'll prime and paint this guy up and put him on after this is all put together. I can't think of any other way to do that because it's one piece, which is fine. But yeah, give you a spin here. There's a photo etch door I got to put there. All that PE windows, I mean all those styrene windows, that all has to come off. There's a bulkhead that has to go in, and this is a whole nother. My goal is for this video is to get the 02 and the 03 together. Don't know if you can see it or not, but there is a door into those windows. Kind of hard to see, but anyway, yeah, looks pretty good, I think. She's ready for prime and paint, so let's jump after that and get her done, and we'll be back. All right, all painted up and ready for the wooden deck. I did not paint this piece that goes here or up there. There's work to be done on those yet, but the 02 and 03 level are painted and ready for show and tell. So, oops. So we'll press on and put the wooden decks on and be back. Okay, making progress. Once again, none of this stuff is glued down. The two decks aren't glued. These plates aren't glued. That stuff's all going to be painted. Those aren't glued in yet. I just wanted to give you a mock-up of what's going on and to show you what the fronts of these cabinets look like. So, yeah. So now, obviously you got to glue those on. I need to paint these up. I'm not going to glue these on because you know they're going to get knocked off. So they're going in a container until probably close to the end, then I'll put them on there. But these will be painted, these here will be painted this dark gray color, and then these will be painted the light gray color. So, let's get that done, and that should probably take care of this episode. So we'll come back when these are painted up, and we'll give you a final look. Alright, here's where we're at so far. Back up a little bit. And this is the new part. So, yeah. Looking pretty good so far. Alright. That will be the next item up for bid. Got to get that on. Then I got to glue all these decks in. And then we can probably glue those pieces together. So once I get that done, then we'll be working on the ship as a whole. So there won't be a lot of back and forth. Alright, let's take it back up top. So, tell me what you think. Those instructions for the detail up kit are kind of, yeah. They don't exactly follow logic as what you would think as you're building your kit. But, you know, that just tells you really have to pay attention to what's in every single picture in your instructions so you can find stuff. I was looking all over for those stupid white discs, and I never would have thought it would have been way down where the details are for the wooden decks. Live and learn, right? Anyway, the bow will be next, as I mentioned, and I'm going to be back and forth between this build and, as you saw yesterday, I'm doing a Mustang build with Mr. BG, and that, like I said yesterday, that's a two kit part for me, because there's also a P51 Mustang that's eventually going to go with that car. But that's not what this is about. So, next up for the mow is the bow, and we'll probably try to get all the decks glued in and secured, so then we can just have the ship over here and build stuff up. Alright, I hope you're all staying warm, staying safe. We're going to have some sub-zero highs next week, so it's going to be chilly down here. Turn on the electric heat, right? Anyway, y'all take care, and we will see you in episode 8.